Hey guys, it's Jas
and Monica.
Welcome to our podcast,
Two Broads
Talking Bravo.
Yeah, cheers. We are cheersing some
high noon, you know,
not sponsored high noons.
Oh, crap.
Just to commemorate we should be okay.
Oh no.
Just to commemorate our first episode and
yeah,
you know, loosen it up a little bit.
I love it. All right,
Cheers, mate. Nostrovia.
Oh, that's good. Nice and fresh and crisp.
Delicious.
So you did like mentoring today. I didn't know you do that.
Yeah, I like once a
that's
week
so cool.
I Zoom call with this kid in like a high school. Long story of how I got connected to it, but
yeah.
Last year I did it. It was really fun. This year the kid's a little shit and he's always late.
What?
And so I'm like waiting for 15, 20, 30 minutes on the Zoom like,
Shut
hello.
up.
Yeah, wasting my Friday lunch hour, but
rude.
It's okay.
I mean, that's very nice of you to actually like be patient with this kid.
It's still fun. He's a nice guy.
What do you guys talk about? Or like what do you mentor him on?
He is creating a video game.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah. So it's his like senior project. There's a few of them and they're creating a video game as their senior project.
That's like kind of fitting though, because you guys talk about UX and how you're like UX queen. Did this get paired like on purpose?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
I was
they matched us.
This can't be random. I'm like, this is really fitting.
Yeah.
Imagine if you learn from this kid and now change your career path and start in the gaming industry. I mean,
we'll see.
Needs better UX,
we'll
you know?
See. For those that don't know what UX is, it's user experience design. I work in tech. I'm a web designer.
Nice.
And Jasmine.
I work with sales, you know, and marketing. You know, we're just trying to sell some stuff. It's good times, bad times. Today it's just been absolutely ridiculous. Like, why do people work on Fridays? Like,
people don't respect Fridays and...
See, my theory on how corporate should honestly be structured is, okay, everyone has their weekend, you get your 2 days. I don't think it's enough, but so be it. So therefore, on Monday, it's like, all right, let's get into the work week. Nobody bother me. I'm getting prepped. I'm doing laundry. I'm doing grocery shopping. You know, maybe I'll see an email or two, but I'm getting ready for the week, you know? Let me be. Tuesday, all right, I'll start to attend a meeting here and there. Not too much though, because I'm just getting my week started, okay? Wednesday, come at me. 9 to 5 though. Let's not go before 9. Let's not go over 5. Thursday, I think let's die it down, okay? Around 3 p.m., social hour. Friday, don't talk to me. The week's basically over. Email here and then, but I'm getting ready for the weekend. People need to respect that.
Wednesday should be the only day we work, is the conclusion.
Honestly, yes, I second this motion. Yeah.
Well, you know, we work to live, not live to work, and
that's exactly what I was thinking about earlier today.
Work gets us through life, and it pays the bills, and we do enjoy it. But our true passion, and it's what we talk about the most, is Bravo.
And speaking of Bravo, we work to pay for, well, technically, I work to pay for our Bravo channel subscription, okay? But it's okay, you know, it's fine. Like, this is how we need to live our lives and enjoy, you know?
I am mooching off of Jasmine's sling
but
now.
To clarify, I do owe her 3 years of free TV, so...
That's true. If you scratch my back, I scratch yours. It's fair.
No one feels bad here. We're just trying to break even, you know?
And we support Bravo in every other way. We both watch episodes live when we can. If not, we watch them short after they're recording.
You know, that's key.
And I learned recently from, I forget which podcast, it's maybe Lala's or something, where you should watch the recording within a few days. I don't know if it was Lala's podcast, but
what?
It's if you can't watch live, at least watch the recording within 3 days, and I think it still counts as like viewership. So it's still like supporting the episode.
So is that how they get their ratings? Is because we're watching it live or like right after live? And then if we watch it, let's say a week later we ruin their ratings.
I don't think it counts towards like the initial episode ratings. Yeah.
What?
Oh.
I never thought of. So wait, but what if we're watching stuff on demand though? Because like, I feel like we do that a lot. Like you did that with Southern Hospitality, where I told you. Did I say hospitality? That's jokes. It's because I always say hospitality now. I never say hospitality. So sometimes it slips out.
That's okay.
That's jokes. Southern Hospitality. I like told you to watch it because it was so good. And so you watching it later, is that affecting their ratings?
It still supports it, but it doesn't count as like the initial, this episode had this many viewers. Bravo's still making money, and I'm sure.
But not to go like too deep into like my work brain right now, but that's not a true accurate representation of how the show's doing, because referrals are so key to how shows become a thing. Like,
it's true. You know what? We'll look into it. Next week we'll come back with some data about how viewership counts. And
now I want to call Andy and be like, how are you accurately measuring the progress of a show? This is literally where my work brain comes in.
I know. Like, I don't think Andy
that's true. Maybe
is measuring, but I'm sure he has people.
He can point us in the right direction, you know? Like, I'm sure he can refer us to the right person.
Yeah, we could probably do a quick Google too, and
that
we'll figure out. We'll come back to you guys, and we'll give you some more information about that, because I'm also intrigued. Yeah, just to give you guys some more context, we went to business school, so this is why we think about these things. We think about these things and,
we're very
and how things work. Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like I need to shut it off though, because
I think it just adds another layer to why we love these things so much. Like, you know, we think about it as a business and entertainment.
True. Yeah, I mean, can't go wrong there.
I know. And we love our Bravo.
How's your high noon?
It's delicious.
You know what it pairs well with? Bravo.
I know.
Am I supposed to be saying high noon? I don't know. I'm not sure. Should hit up Craig Conover and be like, hey, just for reference here, with your lawyer expertise, can we be saying the brand's name? I feel like we could, technically, because we're promoting the brand, and
we said it's not sponsored. We're not pretending that they're paying us.
Right, exactly. So I think we're fine. And then down the line in future, if anything, they should be thanking us for talking about their drink.
And
chugging
them on the weekends.
True. My whole I love when my fridge is like stacked with high noons and lover boys. It just brings me joy, where I've got my sober Celsius and then I've got like the reg Celsius. Like, that's a good fridge layout, you know?
Yeah, I agree. That's pure bliss when it's stacked and you just have your choice and you're like, ooh, now this one. That's
the best. And then anytime I'm running low, I'm like, all right, let's go for another grocery shop. You know, let's get the essentials, but then don't forget about the nooners, the lover boys, and the sober Celsius. I just makes a pretty fridge, makes a happy weekend beginning, you know?
It does. And you know what I just got reminded that I need to do is...
What?
Excuse me.
The high noons are coming up. That.
I gotta check Total Wine for the Loverboy spritzes, or not the spritzes, the new
spritz,
the multi-pack.
So you're talking about the teas, because those are teas. Because there's hold on a minute. You're talking about a multi-pack. I was thinking about the teas that are like funky colored design and stuff like that. You're not talking about that.
I think I am. The ones that they were drinking on the new season, the current season of Summer House, like the whitish, like green. I'm picturing like a whitish, greenish, spirally packaging.
Okay, spirally, yeah. So that's the funky one. So I think those are teas, or am I wrong?
I don't know. I haven't gotten them yet.
Now I have a feeling they're teas because they have their cocktails, like, which are the spritzes basically, kind of. Some spritzes, some aren't. But they're like smaller, but they're not like funky patterned or anything.
Yeah. We have tried all of the spritzes. We tried the espresso martini and the Cosmo.
Yeah, that was a really fun taste testing.
And they're all delicious.
What one's your favorite?
I think it was the light purple spritz was my favorite. I think that's the one I kept going back to.
The light purple spritz?
Yes. I can't remember.
That wasn't the Cosmo. That was
No.
Was it the blueberry lemon one thing?
Could have been.
Because you do like blueberry.
I do love blueberry and
I think it was. Because even I like that too. Because I was like, oh, it's like not that sweet. But I still think the espresso martini is my ultimate favorite, like, hands down.
Yeah, they really did nail that, honestly, for, like, just having a canned cocktail.
I mean, the fact that it's just not too sweet, I think is perfect, because that's my pet peeve with cocktails. I feel like sometimes it's just too sweet that I can only have a few sips, and then I'm like, all right, I'm not really enjoying this anymore. But their versions, top notch, big fan.
Yeah.
You know?
I get that.
You could take their cocktails, too, and honestly mix it in another cocktail, because that's what they did with one of the Ninja ads. They were, like, showcasing the Ninja blender. So they got, like, their mango cocktail one, mixed it with, like, Casamigos, some ice, some, like, I don't know what juice they put in, but I was like, that looks so good. I think it, like, enhances it more.
Oh, that sounds really good. Like, a ton of ice to make it, like, a slushy almost. Like
or, like, smooth, like a alcoholic smoothie. So,
yeah. Like a frozen marg, but frozen cocktail.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm getting at.
That would be really
that sounds so good right now.
I know, my mind is spiraling. Now I'm picturing, like, the espresso martini, and I've been dreaming about this because I heard about it recently on, like, some menu that I don't live near this place. That's a espresso martini with banana. So
what?
Where
the heck is this?
Have you ever had, like, a dirty banana? It's like a coffee banana cocktail with, like, coconut. It's usually, like, I get it on, like, tropical vacations.
No. It's not like a mudslide at all.
It's basically a mudslide, but you add a banana. Do you like chocolate and banana?
Yeah. I think that sounds great.
Yeah. So that, but make it a frozen cocktail.
Where's this place?
I just saw it on, like, some influencers, like...
classic.
I know.
These influencers really freaking do be influencing. Like, it's exhausting.
I know, especially since we're located on the East Coast, and most influencers are not located in our area. So all these places that look super good and delicious and we
like
dying
elsewhere.
to try are usually in California or just literally anywhere else but Boston, where we live.
The good news is, if we ever do go that direction, though, at least we have a bajillion recommendations. Because that's, like, the one thing about going to a new place where you're constantly thinking, like, okay, where do we go? What's good? And, yeah, I'm sure you can, like, Google it and read the reviews, but, like, that kind of takes effort. Because then you're like, are these places next to each other? You know, like, if you want to go to a restaurant, and then let's say you want to hop afterwards, maybe get a, you know, post-dinner cocktail, you're always like, oh, where should we go? What's good around it? Influencers are amazing at that because they basically give you the whole experience. I think it's great.
It's true. It's true. And I wonder also, we don't need to get too deep into it, but I wonder sometimes if they're just, like, hyping it up or if it's actually good. Like, I feel like they post things either way and just things that are, like, Instagram worthy and not necessarily yummy. I don't know.
I guess we'll never know until we try. I will tell you where at least this whole section is super trustworthy. So I don't know if you've heard about it, but there's this place in WeHo, they call West Hollywood as it's known, and there's this woman, her name's Lisa Vanderpump. She's the queen of queens.
Oh my gosh, what a transition!
But it's true though. Dude, I'm not even kidding though, like I'm actually serious. Every single time I watch a VPR episode and I see it's not the trailer, it's like the intro song, and it's like, you know what? That's honestly the best video I've ever done. But when they show, like, all the restaurants, like, Schwartz and Sandy's, we'll talk our opinions about them in a bit. But then, like, Pump and Sir and, like, Tom Tom, I'm just like, holy shit. Like, if we ever go there, our plans are set. Like, we know they're all nearby each other. We know they're all good vibes. Mm-hmm. We already know we're getting the goat cheese balls. Like, what else is there to even think about eating? And we know their cocktails are amazing because they look phenomenal. That is a true marketing whole tactic of an area that people should go to when you go to LA. Like,
oh, yeah.
No doubt about that.
Lisa knows what she's doing.
So we're set, basically, is what I'm saying. If we ever go there, we know where we're going. We're going to be fine and not stressing where to go.
It is unfortunate that we have to check a couple places off our list.
What do you mean?
Tom Tom and Schwartz and Sandy's.
You would think checking off Tom Tom?
Okay, I don't know. I think right now, every Vanderpumper, or whatever you want to call people that are fans of Vanderpump Rules, are having the moral dilemma of...
I like Vanderpumper. That's funny.
Having a little bit of a moral dilemma of, you know, do we still support these places? And I think it is how Sandoval said after it all came out, like, not to punish everyone that works there. And I do get that, but also he's a founder and you don't really necessarily support people that...
Are you talking about a founder for TomTom or Schwartz and Sandy's?
Okay, I guess keep TomTom on the list, X off Schwartz and Sandy's.
There we go. I'm more on board. Cause like, I don't know, it's tough because like, I definitely agree with you where like, I don't know, it's very controversial right now. Like, it's very conflicting because at the same time, I don't want to be that person that is like punishing the rest of the staff that work there because they literally did nothing wrong. If anything, they kind of got in bed with the wrong person. I would kind of use that analogy.
Yeah,
you know,
literally.
And it's just like
poor Greg.
No pun intended.
I feel bad for Greg. I mean,
throughout the whole show, he's so angry at these two people, and he's like, "Why did I like get in business with them?" Honestly cannot imagine what he's feeling right now after Scandal, where he's like, I don't even know. Like, I literally can't even put words to it because that's just how, like, dumbfounded I am right now about... That's unfortunate.
I know, but they got the place open, you know.
Yeah.
Who knows if it's gonna happen actually during this season.
True.
So far in this season, they've had like 3 soft openings. I mean, they've had like 1 soft opening and 2 events or something. And
that was so extra. At that point, like, just open. Like, we gotta get potato chips on the table. Like, freaking Sand. I can't even say his freaking name anymore. It's so irritating. Sand. But going back to TomTom though, like, I think that's Lisa's bar in my eyes. Like, yeah. I think TomTom might be the face of it a little bit. And they obviously help bring a crowd, I'm not gonna lie. Like, that's for sure. But that's still Lisa's bar.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
And
I think they own Lisa. 5% each or something, each of the Toms?
Yeah, that's really, like literally a freaking speck.
No,
like,
I get that. And honestly, like, I've always had such a soft spot for Schwartz in my heart. I know.
You know, I will say that point right there also kind of hurts my heart a little bit because I always loved him. I was always number one fan. Like, we were number one fan. Like, he was, like, the best. But after watching, I think it was last Wednesday's episode where they're on the beach and then James throws the drink at him. And then, like, do you remember that scene?
That was this week's, yep.
Okay, that was the recent one, right? Because I was, like, catching up back to back.
That was the moment where I questioned my devotion to him.
That's like, me too! Dude, okay, when he had that argument with James and Lala, and basically I felt like he had no backbone, and his argument literally, it just, like, made no sense, and it was stupid, and it just, to your point, like, I was just like, Schwartz, like, you really need, like, a punch to the face. Like, as mean and as, like, aggressive as that sounds, you kind of do. Like, he can't pull, like, the puppy dog, you know, what is it, like, persona every single time. Like, he needs to grow a pair of balls. I hate to say it, but he does.
And I think it's really tough because I also really love Lala, and I think if you watch her through all the seasons and see how far she's come now, like, as a person, and I listen to her podcast every week, I think it's honestly the best of the Bravo pods. She honestly is just, like, a very intelligent, very, like, secure, mature person. And seeing Schwartz, like, attack her like that, I was just like, I don't know, I don't think they understand each other. It was a low blow. And
no, they definitely don't. And, like, the only thing, though, is, like, is it a matter of understanding each other, but also is it a matter of, you're almost 40, maybe put in the effort to understand someone else, you know? And not just, like, well, I don't really get her, I live different lives. You know what I mean? I just feel like you're, like, at that age now where it's like, okay, maybe put in a little effort, maybe actually talk to her to be like, all right, look, Lala, we're clearly not thinking the same page, but, you know, I'd love to to really get to hear you out. And I think that's called maturity.
Yeah. He definitely, I don't think anyone thinks he's mature.
Not at all.
And the way he was speaking was just really disrespectful. And I think, I mean, there's a... Excuse me. I say
Neuters are really getting us all gassed up. Like, I keep burping over here, trying not to make any noise. But.
Mentally and physically gassed up. But... I don't think he's mature. I don't think he's respectful. And like I say to Jas, I say to you all the time, there's a reason there's a show about these people. It's because they're not model stand-up people that act the right way all the time. They're really fun to watch.
Oh my god, it's so entertaining. Like, I live for this stuff.
Did you watch What Happens Live with James?
Hell yeah, James is incredible.
Honestly,
I have new love for him.
I don't think that there is a better reality personality. I'm not even going to say Bravo. I don't think there's a better reality personality than him. Also, he and Lala together is just unbeatable too. Like, they are both no filter, and maybe they get a little more unhinged when they're on camera, but I think that's okay.
I think they do it on purpose though, because to your point, it's a show for a reason. Like, no one's really gonna watch people that like... I can't stop burping. I can't even talk. No, like, who's gonna watch a show if you, like, hash it out like normal civilians on TV? Like, no, that's not showbiz. Right. Like, showbiz is when you go on Hinge and, like, scream at each other, like Lala and James ganging up on Schwartz. When they ganged up on him, I was like, whoa. Like, take the tequila shot now. You know, like, that was intense. I kind of felt bad for Schwartz in that moment where I was like, this is a lot. The two most aggressive people on TV.
To the least aggressive.
I know, to the puppy dog. Like, whoops.
Yeah, that was...
Shit. I wanted a tequila shot. Whoa.
Yeah, that whole episode was very stress-inducing. Like, Lala said it herself. She's like, what's in the air today?
That was
like, dude, my thoughts exactly. Are you guys okay? Like, you guys were having a chill beach day, going to beach bar after? Any normal group of friends doing that. Best day ever, right? Best summer day ever. This group of friends, people are spilling drinks on each other.
When she said that statement though, I was like, I died laughing. I was like, I thought that was so funny because I feel like they've been worse in other situations too, where they've been worse in the sense like more aggressive, more yelling, but like, I don't know, there's something about that episode where it was just like chaos after chaos after chaos and it was just nonstop. I also think knowing what we know about Scandival makes everything way more intense and heightened.
Even get me started. The craziest thing that blows my mind, and that's why this week's episode was, like, I have goosebumps right now, was so crazy, was that they finished filming, obviously, before Scandival came out.
Yeah.
They did not go back and re-edit episodes.
I know, and that's what is driving me nuts in a good way. Like,
all of this, especially this week's episode when they straight up asked him, are you having an affair with her? And he just has that gap tooth ass, nasty ass smile. And he's like, no.
He looked like the biggest creep on the planet of Earth. I was like, huh? Like, that scene, he was so obviously lying. There's like a small part of me that wants to wish I didn't know what we knew so we can have our own interpretation, just because there was a lot of build up, right? Yeah. Like last week's episode, Katie literally called Raquel a hoe and was like, I don't trust her with any man, right? Yeah. So it's almost like the suspicion is like beginning, but like, again, they don't know anything, and they meaning the cast. Like, we already know what's going to happen. So imagine if we didn't, right? Like, what would we think about that statement? And then boom, Allie goes, I see Sandoval at the Abbey dancing at 1 a.m. Isn't that weird? Like, imagine not knowing about Scandival and this buildup is happening.
And then Ken comes in and drops the bomb for next week.
I can't even with that.
What? Ken has the tea? Ken, how many times has Ken spoken?
That was incredible.
Like a handful in the last 10 years. Yeah. And he comes in with this, he's so giddy and excited about this. That was fucking
I wonder
so
if the producer
gold.
was like, dude, you gotta just go in there. Like,
No.
this is your moment to shine, Ken. Get in there. This is gonna be your line for the Bravo history decade of VPR that it's been live. Like, that was insane.
I'm so excited for next
insane.
week.
I can't wait.
I can't. And I understand of like, okay, if we didn't know about it now,
But
we
that's
would
what
see
I'm
it from a
saying,
different lens.
though,
And we
like-
would be able to go back and rewatch this season and see it through a whole new lens. But honestly,
Yeah.
I think it's bringing so much hype and new viewership to the show at this point
100%.
that it's totally worth it.
I wonder if my coworkers are starting to watch this just because till today, I still talk about Scandival. Like, it'll be like, you know, the small talk before a meeting.
Yeah.
Where they're like, so, how's everyone's day? And I'm like, guys, you don't even know, okay? Like, last night's episode was insane. And they're like, is this Bravo, the Scandival that we talked about? And I was like, yes, it's the same thing. They're like, oh my God. It's hilarious.
I love that. I can't believe that.
Yeah, and they, like, don't even dabble in Bravo. So the fact that they're, like, all invested in this is, like, pretty freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
But no, you're right. It does bring a lot of hype. I don't know. Sometimes I go back and forth where I'm like, oh, I just wish I didn't know. So then it would be more of like a, what the hell? But it's still like a, what the hell
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
Because every single time you're watching it, it's just like, holy shit. It's literally unraveling.
It's spiraling and spiraling faster and faster.
The scene of the episode of not last, like, Wednesday, but last week, Tom and Tom are at Sir. They're meeting Lisa and they're having drinks. Raquel is their waiter.
Mm-hmm.
She sits in the middle and Lisa literally goes to Tom and goes, why are you smiling right now? Why are you so giddy?
Yep.
And he goes, what? I'm not. I was screaming. I was like, oh my God. This is the beginning of the sus.
We've said this for the entire time we've watched VPR. Lisa's queen. She knows all. She's queen. She knew in her intuition, in her gut, exactly what was going on. She could tell.
I'm like still speechless by all of that. Also, R.I.P. Rose, her horse.
Oh my gosh, that was really sad.
I literally was like, whoa.
What a death this season.
I know.
Mostly Ariana. I mean, this poor woman, the shit she's
Honestly,
going through the last year,
the more bad stuff we find out about her, I just keep going like, Sandoval, you're just sick in the head.
Exactly.
Like that, just sick. Like, dude, the fact that there was a scene, again, I don't remember which episode this was anymore. They're all blurry. This is what happens when you watch them back to back.
I mean, the season's a blur. It's like,
know.
what have we learned from the
It's a
show? What have we
roller
learned
coaster.
from just drama unfolding and all
just
the
too
Watch What
much.
Happened lives?
But the scene where Tom and Tom are checking Sandoval's sperm, and he's like checking his count and like figuring out the good news and the bad news.
Yeah.
The fact that he has the decency to call Ariana and he's like, good news, like I have sperm, like we basically am showing her that he is kind of interested to have kids where he's already having an affair with Raquel.
Straight up. Yeah.
That's sick in the head.
That is what narcissistic cheaters
That's
do.
what sociopaths
Yep.
do. He literally was telling Schwartz, like, yeah, I'd have kids with her. Like even, not even like a sure, yes, I want to have kids with her.
That was also very,
The hell was that?
very red flaggy. I mean,
Oh my God.
that's the thing. We can appreciate all those little like Easter eggs now that we would have
Easter eggs.
otherwise just looked past. Because we know this information now. It makes it like literally like an I Spy book, but it's like I Spy Sandy doing something really freaking creepy.
True. I think it's very fitting you said Easter egg because Easter just happened. This is like our adult version of like Bravo being like, have fun on this Easter egg hunt. Like
week after week.
without editing each episode.
That just
Wow.
truly blows my mind. That just goes to show how far like Vanderpump has come too, because if you watch the first season, it's like, whoa. You know, if you compare them to now, just the editing and everything, like they just really know how to pick and carry on a story. And like that just, the fact that they haven't re-edited these episodes is really crazy. But man, the hype that
My
I
mind's
have.
still blown up. Like,
I know.
I like don't even know what else to say because I'm just like, I'm in shock.
I know, it's been like 2 months and I'm still in shock. You know what's gonna be, not even my Super Bowl, what happens like once a decade? Like, I don't know, my turn of the century, my like biggest
Leap year.
my leap year, my most exciting moment in a very long time is gonna be the reunion.
Okay, when is the reunion? Is there a date set? Do you know?
I think I'm gonna be in Poland.
Stop it. I was stressing because I was like, am I gonna be in town? Am I not gonna be in town? You're gonna be out of town?
Let me confirm.
Honestly, please confirm, because I cannot watch this reunion without you. I'm gonna pass away if I have to watch this alone. Like, we need like a whole viewing party.
I know, but you also can't wait till I'm back to watch it.
I mean, if I have to, I guess I will. It depends too what the date is, because like...
Well, I think it's 3 parts, they were saying.
It is
at least
3
2,
parts.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
I mean, it's good. What is it? It says March 4?
2013.
That's like
old.
the old one. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Stassi.
I know. If, you know what'd be a real plot twist? Bring Stassi into, like, any Watch What Happens Lives, or the reunion, or really anything. I think I would fall off my chair if they announced that.
I would too. But the thing is, Kristen
I
Doty
know.
is coming back.
I love how they keep using that picture of her with the cigarette. It kills me every time.
But it's like mood. It's mood for Scandal Ball.
It is.
It's just anyone...
But it's like fitting too because it's Kristen. Like, it's just so perfect.
I know.
Every single time they're like, Kristen's back, it's that picture with her and the cigarette. And I just die laughing every single time.
Yeah.
Did you find out the date?
No, it just says April or May. So
they probably didn't release that. I have
here,
a feeling
but...
it's in May because I got nervous I was going to be out of town.
Yeah.
And you can't, if I am out of town, you can't watch it without me.
No, I know.
But I honestly might be late May. They did, I swear they announced a date. I swear they did. Like, well, you know, we'll look it up a different time. But, I was gonna say something, because I had, like, this crazy topic where I was like, did you hear about this? And now it just, like, went away.
Well, we're talking about Stassi. Stassi's going on tour. That's a very... well, which also, you're not gonna be there. I might go by myself, honestly. If I'm not doing anything that night and I'm just sitting at home and I'm like, whatever, I might just drive over and go by myself.
Why not? It's not like you're going there to talk to people. You're literally sitting there and watching her. If anything, the person you're going with is just for company, but like...
Yeah, no, totally. I honestly
think you should.
If I don't have plans, I'm gonna do it. You have my word.
It will be like a bit weird, I guess, if you bring Bob, because it's like baby stuff. Like, I don't know. Like, are you there yet in your relationship where he would feel comfortable listening to this or not? I don't know.
Talking about baby stuff? I mean, I think...
Because that is what she's gonna be talking about, right? I think so.
For context, Bob is my boyfriend. Stassi's tour is...
It is literally called Mommy Dearest.
Mommy Dearest, because she's pregnant and she's going on tour with Beau and Taylor. Yeah. She's on Stassi's podcast like once a month. I think it's gonna be about motherhood. I think it's also gonna be just like a bunch of different things. I've dragged him to enough stuff. I'm happy to do this on my own because I also think I would still enjoy it on my own. I don't, like you said, I think it's gonna be great. I don't think it's something that I need to enjoy with someone else. So yeah, I might be going on my own.
Just go in there, make a bunch of notes, send me the recap after, you know.
I will.
Maybe I'll shoot you a Venmo for the ticket. Just let me know. And then make sure you give me a full report afterwards. Cause I'm genuinely really bummed I'm missing this. Like, I know. Freaking A. The one time Stassi comes to Boston and we haven't seen her in so long and now she's here and like,
okay, I'll go on my own.
I would literally chip in for your ticket.
No, you don't need to chip in for my ticket.
Well, you have to tell me everything. If anything, I'll pay for half the ticket, but then you have to like reenact the entire show verbatim. Not verbatim, but close to verbatim.
Okay. I'll take diligent notes and I'll do a one woman show and I'll just recreate the whole thing.
Let me know how much the ticket is and then we'll talk. I don't want to overcommit. And then you're like, the ticket's actually $200 and I'm like,
No.
Whoops.
I do really want to see her. I've read both her books.
You read Off With My Head?
Yeah.
You have it?
Yeah.
What? Can I borrow it?
Yeah.
Wait, when did you get that book?
When it came out, I'm sure I told you.
I was like, did you tell me
I'm
this?
sure I told you.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it's really good. Like, I think I just read it by the pool last year. It's such good, like, pool reading, because the chapters are really short.
Yeah.
Kristen's book is also kind of like that, where the chapters are, like, short, and it's just really entertaining, and...
Can I borrow it before my Aruba trip?
Yeah.
Because I'm probably going to need a book.
Yeah, remind me right after.
To escape the crazies.
Remind me right after.
The crazies, aka my mom and her sisters. How's the matcha latte?
I think I need to give it a little remix.
It looks like it's like a blended vegetable smoothie in there. That's what it looks like. I feel like I've consumed a lot of beverages today. I had coffee, water, and a smoothie this morning. The dynamic trio that's needed. Now I'm having a nooner, a matcha latte, and this vitamin water.
Try the latte. Let me know what you think. It's not as cute as it was.
There's no almond milk in this,
No,
right?
but I almost put it in, and I was like, I almost killed her today. But I didn't.
Technically, you want it because I'm not allergic, but like,
well,
still.
you need to make up your mind what your allergies are.
Oh yeah, it's quite nice.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
What, do you use like a powder or?
So I use
like a
Chamberlain Coffee Matcha, which is Emma Chamberlain's coffee matcha company. ChamberlainCoffee.com, not sponsored.
And you do like Emma Chamberlain.
I love her.
Do you want to know something crazy? I know someone from home called Emma Chamberlain, which is crazy because that is not a common name at all. And after you told me about the podcast, I literally looked her up, and I was like, no, this isn't like who I know.
Yeah.
But how weird is
California. That is very strange.
Because the one I know is like British from England, and she's younger than we are.
Okay.
It was like my old tennis coach's daughter.
Okay. Well, Emma is younger than we are, but she's from California.
Yeah, I saw it. This is really good. I like it a lot.
And it's the brown sugar oat creamer from Trader Joe's. It's honestly, it slaps. I have this one, and I have a mango matcha, which we can have next time.
Wait, totally keen to try that. I have another thing that blew my freaking mind going back to Vanderpump Rules. So in the scene where Allie like brought up Tasheen. Sorry, I'm saying her name wrong. Tasheen. We call Sheena Sheen. I think it makes it funnier.
I like that they call her Shishu.
Oh
like,
my god,
call her Shishu, and I think even on Giggly Squad they called her Shishu.
Wait, so I was gonna say, who calls her Shishu? Because I thought Hannah made that up on Giggly Squad, and I was like, is Hannah just like throwing random names down? That's like hilarious.
Lala calls her Shishu.
She
sometimes.
does?
Yeah. Shishu. Which also, for all of the Polish fans who might also be laughing, Shishu is another nickname for Shurek, which is
no way
weenie in Polish, like a little wiener. Like your Shishu is like Shurek, which is a little weenie. Yeah. So
basically her nickname is Weenie in Polish.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I really thought Hannah made that up, and I was like, that's freaking hilarious. But no, when Shishu, or Sheen, if you will, was speaking with Allie and almost like defending that Raquel dancing with Sand was like not weird, and she was like, I trust Brock with my significant other, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. But then Sheen goes back to Raquel, and she goes, actually, you know what? I take this all back. This is the Oliver thing. This is what I wanted to get at. Where like Sheen was talking to Raquel and basically being like, you know, I can't believe you're getting all this backlash on social media. Like, it's crazy that people think you're the other woman. Like, you know, you did nothing wrong here. That's so messed up of Oliver. That was like crazy foreshadowing because again, they still don't know about the affair. But yet, at that same time that Raquel has that thing going on with Oliver and that backlash of social media and everything, she's having an affair with Sand.
Straight up.
How is this not fucked in her head? Because she's realizing how shitty it is of being hypothetically the other woman, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, I did nothing wrong, like, blah, blah, blah. But she's literally having an affair with her best friends. Like, I'm like, I don't even have words right now.
It's all an act. And
the most freaking heckin' effed up act ever. Like,
I know. And
I literally was like sitting there and Sheen was like, you can't be the other woman. And I'm like, but she is. How is she,
is.
like, it's almost like she's getting these warning signals, you know, from God, where God is literally warning her. Yeah. And she's just like, not even.
She's like, I can't see you. La la la. Her fingers are in her ears, like la la la. She's literally. She's basically two different people, they say, and I listened to
She is two different
Sheena's
people.
podcast, I think, when she had Lala on it, and it was very emotional, actually, like, cause Sheena defended Raquel so much over the last 5 years.
She looks so dumb right now.
I feel bad, but she just really gives people the benefit of the doubt, and I think she just has, like, a really kind heart, and she was crying, like, she's basically mourning the loss of this friend, and it's not even that they're not friends, it's that this person that she spent so much time and effort and energy on wasn't who she thought really she was.
Sad. It's kind of creepy, in a way, because it's like, it's almost like this person is, like, not bipolar, but like an actual sociopath, like a genuine psychopath.
Yeah. There's Rachel and there's Raquel. Raquel is the act that she's putting on, this and perfect Rachel little beauty queen. Like, Rachel, who she really is, and she's fucking crazy.
You know what's scary is, like, this is like the same personality type of Ted Bundy, where like, did you ever watch that documentary on Netflix?
No.
Oh my god, I kind of watched it. I don't even remember anymore. I had to like block it from my memory.
This trauma is blocked out from your mind. No,
literally it was traumatizing. It really is like genuinely gives you the chills because, and that's also why they casted Zac Efron, for reference, because they wanted to show and really highlight that Ted Bundy was this gorgeous, charming, you know, normal person on the outside. And when you look at him, you're like, oh my god, you know, he's like this good looking guy. He's super nice, total normal human being. On the other side, he's literally chopping people's heads off and like doing some crazy, ridiculous, mass murdering serial killer stuff. Yeah. Like, that is so crazy. Yeah. Because that is literally the same personality type that Rachel / Raquel is embodying.
Right.
That's scary. That's like serial killer energy.
It is. And what it comes down to is not that she's a good actor or Sandoval's a good actor, anything like that, because it's neither of those. If they were good actors, they after living in Hollywood all these years, they would have had acting jobs. No, they're actually very dumb, and it's just they're very dumb. They're both really just unintelligent. Yeah. And this is just a part of their personality traits. And, you know, it could be, you know, we don't know what's going on, mental illness, like bipolar. Yeah. I mean, narcissism is also, I guess, considered, you know, like a mental illness. I think so.
Wow.
Or because there's narcissistic, like, disorder, I think. I think there's I think there's the act of being narcissistic, like, oh, like, I open the door for myself and I slammed it in your face, that's narcissistic. I think there's different types, like that's just like...
Oh, like almost like different levels?
Yes. So there's narcissistic disorder, I believe it's called. And that's also what Randall has. And that's exactly why also Lala's very affected by all of this too, because she's triggered. Went through it. She knows exactly what Ariana's going through.
I know. I mean, I wouldn't wish that upon anyone. No. Like that is real, that messes with someone's head.
Oh my gosh.
And, like, the part that's honestly, like, scary is, like, you have a whole life to live, and to hold on to this trauma, it's gonna be very difficult to trust a new person again.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And, like, all you want in life is just to be normal and enjoy yourself and be with someone, not be with someone, doesn't matter. But, like, it's not even about being with someone. It's, like, trusting friends, trusting people. Lala has a young daughter. Is she gonna be okay trusting her daughter with other people? Like, that really affects a person. And, like, not only does Randall should be going to therapy, but, like, unfortunately now it's brought up on Lala and now Ariana.
I know.
This stuff's nuts. Wow. We could spiral on this for hours.
We will. You know, there's so much to dig into, but really, I'm so happy that Ariana did not end up marrying him, did not end up having a child with him. Honestly,
I don't know if she had some weird gut intuition. I don't know what was going on in her head. Maybe. Or maybe, like, she had some past weird experience, but the fact that she was so firm on, like, I don't believe in marriage and I don't believe in having kids, it kind of saved her.
It did.
I mean, they have the house, so, like, that's a little tricky, but, like, easier to do. You just sell it, you know?
Yeah.
But...
That's probably the easiest thing. I think that's easier than going through a divorce. I think that's easier than going through a custody battle. Like,
oh my god.
Also, Lala's going through a custody... Gordo and butter. Okay, I'm talking about Lala and her child. Her human child.
But like Gordo and butter, though.
Okay, they take turns on the different weeks. They're fine. They don't have emotional traumas.
When Schwartz said that he felt heartbroken when he pictured Katie in her new satchel in bed together.
Her new satchel!
Her new bed with the dogs, and he goes, that breaks my heart. I was like, that breaks my heart. Like,
I get that, yeah. But that also, like, really goes to show I'm so glad Katie divorced him, even though I love both of them. If he's thinking about that, and he's thinking about his dogs being in bed with her, and not the fact that she's in bed with another man, like, hello. You should feel bad about that. You should feel sad when you picture that. Hello?
I know.
That's why you're divorced, dude.
Alright, touche. I mean, like, the dogs, though, they're so fucking
I love them. They're so adorable. Oh, I think we covered a lot.
Oh, wait, there was one more thing I wanted to ask before we close. Okay. So, Sheen's comment saying, I trust Brock in bed.
Oh my gosh.
With, like, what was it? Like, another person?
With Raquel in bed.
With Raquel.
Specifically with her.
But, like, in Watch What Happens Live, they asked the same question. They were like, would you trust your significant other with your friend in bed or whatever? Or, like at a bar at 1 a.m. And Tinks was like, yeah, I would. And James was like, what? No? What's your thoughts on that? Would you trust your significant other with a friend from our friend group at like 1 a.m. at a bar without you?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, if it was like you and Bob at a bar.
I guess when you put it that way.
Yeah, I mean, I think you...
I don't know, I wouldn't.
Okay, your relationship's very new, like, you're still building up, like, that trust.
But, like, I'm not even thinking about Cam, though. I'm just, like, genuinely thinking, like, I don't know. I just find that weird.
No, it's weird. Oh, wait, hold on, I think you're mixing up things. So, there's the thing of Sheena saying, I trust Brock in bed with Raquel.
Yeah.
Or going out, is it Raquel and Tom going out dancing at 2 a.m.? Is that what you're talking about? Are you mixing
I mean, I'm kind of putting both the same. I feel like the bed thing is extreme. I feel like that's just weird. At that point, I'm like, why is my significant other in bed with another, like, boy or girl? I don't even, okay, boy, whatever. But, like, girl, I'd question it. But, like, the bar thing. Let's focus on the bar thing, where it's like, you would trust your significant other with one of the girls from our group alone at like 1 a.m. or like 2 a.m. without you.
I think just the pure fact that they're going together alone when she's out of town is a red flag. I think if I was out of town and that happened, obviously that's a red flag. If they're meeting up, like, without me. If we were all out at a bar and I really wanted to go home and for some reason he really wanted to stay out.
Alright, I guess that's like a little different. I think it's more like you being out of town.
Yeah, no, that's weird.
Okay, thank you. So that's pretty much like what I was thinking, where I was like, this whole situation, like, is not normal.
No, if you're hanging out one-on-one without me and you're making plans without me, that's very strange and don't trust either of those people. I wonder if,
like, Sandoval told Raquel told Ariana about it. Because they don't mention that. And they don't, like, talk about Tom hanging out with Raquel while Ariana's gone. I'm sorry, they do talk about that, but they don't talk about Tom and like texting Ariana about it, being like, hey, I'm hanging out with Raquel today. You know what I mean?
Right. I think that would be like, different. Yeah. The only situation I could see it potentially happening is, say, it's New Year's, and for some reason, everyone is out of town except for you and Bob, and you guys are like, screw it, let's go to a bar together, like, let's have fun. But then New Year's is kind of a romantic evening, so maybe not New Some holiday where everyone is gone for some reason, and there's nothing to do, and you just feel like going out. Like, that's the only thing. But I don't know. I think maybe we'll find out next week if he ends up telling her.
I know.
I'm sure, like...
I'm intrigued to know if he basically communicated this with Ariana. Because if the answer was, like, no, that's really weird. If the answer was yes, that he did communicate everything with Ariana and she was, like, totally in the know, I still think it's weird, but, like, better scenario of like, good, you communicated with her, but
you're still messing around.
I guess it's different because they had the affair.
Yeah.
I also think that situation though has 100% made me a little nervous. Where I'm like, oh my god, like, I don't know. I feel like you just never know nowadays, and like that's kind of freaky.
It is freaky, and I was gonna say, you know, that happens more so in Hollywood, I think, and just like LA and whatever, with all those people that spend all this time together, and Raquel's a social climber, and is just trying to literally like sleep her way to, you know, kind of the public eye.
She definitely, now, like, knowing all this, social climbed. 100%. Yeah. Because, like...
it's very apparent now.
Because, was it before, I think you were saying that she said, like, Raquel was a VPR fan, but then she claims she, like, never knew James, but she was a VPR fan? And that literally makes no sense.
Evidence of her, like, going to his shows, I think.
Right, because that's how she met James, right? At his show.
Yeah.
She's crazy.
And no,
That's so good.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Absolute divine.
But I think this happens the most in Hollywood, as we've seen it with Randall and now Sandoval. But this also,
Randall.
It hits close to home because my older sister, this happened to her.
Oh my days.
It's a very same situation where the guy is pretending that they're broken up and they have problems.
Like a movie.
And they're having a long time affair with someone else. And
in a different state.
And they don't come clean about it ever. It's just... And post, like, after it happening, Tom hasn't been like, you know, he could put his tail between his legs and be like, I screwed up, I'm so sorry, like, this was a lapse of judgment, like, I'm seeking help, whatever. No! He doesn't do that.
Because he's a narcissist.
He's a narcissist.
And a sociopath, too, because sociopaths don't know how to empathize with normal people, because they don't have normal emotions. So did, like, that happen with...
Yeah.
Can we say his name?
My sister's ex-boyfriend. I mean...
It's like he who shall not be named.
If you're listening, and we know that you are.
But he didn't, like, apologize or, like, admit he was wrong.
Put the blame on her.
Bullshit.
Wow. It's a character trait, honestly, and that's why they say once a cheater, always a cheater, because this type of person, Kristen and Ariana.
Dude, literally the fact that Tom did exactly what he's doing right now to Ariana, to Kristen, is also mind-blowing, where it like doesn't make that statement, it makes that statement more true than ever. Once a cheater, always a cheater. Like, holy cannoli.
And
what?
Same thing with Lala and Randall. Same thing with my sister and her ex. Their relationship started the same way it ended, but they're the opposite person.
Wait.
Yeah, that he
was in a relationship,
he was seeing some girl, and she like messaged my sister on Facebook. This is like college, like this is like way back when. And she's like, by the way, like I thought I was dating him, and I see you're...
Shut the hell up.
Yeah.
I didn't know about this.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
All three of these instances have the same pattern.
Oh my god. Wait, that's so weird.
I know.
Whoa.
I know.
Whoa. Oh. That's like kind of crazy now that you say that, because... Do you remember I told you about that coworker at PTC that I hooked up with? And then, like, we weren't just, like, we did hook up once, but we definitely were, like, flirting for, like, much longer than that. And, like, I had a crush on him, like, 100%. And if the opportunity presented itself, I was like, oh, you know, I would totally date this guy. Like, I just like him a lot. I'm super attracted to him. But after knowing that he was in a 1.5-year relationship with this woman while... him and I hooking up, and then he's texting her while I'm in the same room as him, as if everything's fine.
You don't want that kind of person.
I'm so glad I did not fully commit to that, because boy oh boy would that be.
Yeah, messy.
I don't even have words for it. Like, wow, that's really crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it just learn to read the red flags, you know, if
ladies, you really gotta look out carefully before you commit to them, because these are some these are some lessons that we are all learning, and warning signals too, to be like, spot the red flags. And you know what? If you can spot them early enough, good for you. Unfortunately,
Preach.
Lala didn't do it early enough, but
we don't blame Lala.
No, we don't.
blame
We
Lala.
don't. If anything, she bounced back. She's strong. She's killing it. She's crushing it. If anything, that's like something to look up to. Mm-hmm. And for Ariana, we empathize. For Michelle,
You go,
again,
girl.
she's crushing it. She's in her new relationship.
Crushing it.
Hopefully she's doing well. That's why I asked if you check in on her, you know?
She's doing well. She's doing
So,
well.
you know what? We're all going up from here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you just, it's terrible when it happens to other people. Like, we're watching Scandival and it's awful and we feel bad for Ariana.
Yeah.
But, at the end of the day, we don't know these people, and we can just look at them, and if we ever notice any of those patterns in our own life, we can learn from them. We don't have to go through that kind of stuff, because we kind of, we can look for these behavior patterns and red flags.
Dude, I am so
avoid
screwed. I'm like the worst person at like paying attention to things or noticing things. Like, if anything, I could be in this like jumble, and then like the minute like one of you guys call him out, I'll be like, what? Like, how did I miss this? I think I'm screwed.
But yeah, we just learn, watch out for the red flags, or, if you're not great at paying attention to the details, then,
just pray to God.
pray to God, and, just hope for the best, and do your best in your relationship, and, and everything will be fine. Don't be too trusting. And question everything.
That's a good one. That I'm good at, so that I can do, for sure.
I think you're great, don't worry.
I'm trying.
All right, I think that's enough Bravo ranting from us. We could go on for days, hours, and we will. We will have more episodes.
Yeah, catch us on the next one. This was fun.
Very fun. You can catch us on Instagram. The handle is at 2broads_talking_Bravo. Send us questions, comments, concerns, anything. Let us know, and we will get back to you. Thank you for listening. It's been a pleasure.
Absolute pleasure, mate. Until the next time.
Bye. Thank you for listening.
Bye.